everybody, I'm Tatum and welcome back to the first episode of Tea Time with Tatum, where I tell nothing but the truth. Wow, that's a really big mouthful. So first off, I am drinking tea. Golden Monkey Black Tea, I'd look it up. Golden Monkey Black Tea and English Breakfast High Grown Tea. It's like a mixture. These are both from Teavana. You can find them on the website under black tea, but basically I mixed those together with some other like chai spices and I brewed it. You'll come to notice that I really don't drink anything but black tea because black tea is the only thing I really like, besides a couple of herbal teas. But I don't know, it's something about black tea, it's just really good. I think it's because it's the closest to coffee, and I love coffee too. So yeah, that's what I'm drinking today. I like everything bold, everything with a lot of flavor, so that's really strong. Alright. Oh, the subjects for today are my beliefs on life, conspiracies, my perfect cup of tea, and my favorites for the past month. So that's what this kind of looks like. Yeah, so let's just get right into this. So the first question is my beliefs on life and my conspiracies. So this is a really deep question. I feel like many of the things that I'm about to say could possibly be very debatable, but instead of getting really deep on that, because I just want to keep this light and fun, I'm going to be talking about some of my conspiracy theories. So I'm going to try to sum this up in a little bit amount of time because I could go on and on about conspiracy theories. So the most amazing and thrilling and coolest conspiracy theory I've ever heard of is called the Mandela Effect. And I've heard this through a couple of YouTubers, but mainly Tana Mojo has introduced me to this crazy theory. So basically this is the theory based off of the butterfly effect, thinking that something that we all remember being at one time isn't the same thing anymore. So for example, the whole thing goes off of Nelson Mandela. Everybody believes that he died in prison, when actuality he did not die in prison and he died a couple years later. So that's not my business, but basically there's a bunch of different kind of things that she talks about in that video. I really recommend you going and looking at it. I'll put the link in the description because she goes on about it way better than I can. But basically, it's just like everybody remembers one thing, but now it's different. So it does go off the butterfly effect that going back in time can change a lot of things. One of the creepiest and scariest ones I've ever heard is the Febreze conspiracy based off the Mandela effect. So the Febreze conspiracy is that Febreze is spelled F-R-E-B-R-E-E-Z-E. Febreze. I probably spelled that wrong. But the actual way to spell it is F-R-E-B-R-E-Z-E. So with one less E. And to me, that just doesn't look right. Okay, I'm going back and editing this and realizing I spelled both times wrong. So as you can see, the never existed side is what I thought Febreze was spelled like, and the logo is what it actually looks like. This looks creepy to me and just not right. I've looked at the logo, I've looked at all the Febreze things that I have in my house, and it just doesn't look right to me because when I was a child, I distinctly remember like needing to know how to spell Febreze for like some kind of like kindergarten assignment, and it was spelled with 2 E's. So this has really messed me up just in a lot of ways because I was just confused like why there would need to be like one less E. The only thing that I can think of is that like everybody knows like the traditional Nike symbol goes off of the king named Nike, who was like this great and powerful king way long ago, and that's why the brand Nike names their stuff Nike. So the only thing that I can think of is that somebody who was called Febreze with 2 E's kind of went back and changed it to where they were no longer important in history, and a new person with only 1 E was in there. That's really the only thing I can think of to why this would have changed, or maybe it's just everybody just kind of guessed that Febreze was spelled with 1 extra E. I don't know, I could go on and on about that one, but that one's just very creepy. Again, she talks about a lot more examples in that video. If you guys want me to get more in detail about this Mandela effect, I most likely will, because it just really like confuses me on a lot of different levels, but that's none of my business. So the next one I have on my list is my perfect cup of tea. So let's talk about some things. On this Tea Time with Tatum thing, I will be talking a lot about tea because I love tea. I love tea because it's comforting and it's different from coffee. Coffee has the same taste to me. Coffee, no matter how many different types of blends of coffee you get, it's always going to taste like coffee, in my opinion. Although I do love my pumpkin pie coffee and my pumpkin spice, because that does taste a little bit different. But to me, there are so many different types of tea and they all taste different. There's light teas and dark teas and green teas and black teas, and there's so many different things, and you don't like taste something and you're like, oh yeah, that tastes like tea. I don't know, it's like for me, like there's all these different things that taste like tea because I've tried so many different types of teas. So my perfect cup of tea, when I get home from school, the thing I really brew the most is usually a non-caffeinated tea, just because I don't really need that extra energy right before I go to bed. So it's usually like a decaf green tea or a chai tea, a decaf. I love chai tea. So what I do is I heat up my water, usually in my little water heater or the one downstairs. I boil a whole pot of tea and then I just drink it as I go and refill as I need and heat it up and whatnot. That's just basically what I like to do. I don't like my tea too strong, so I will take out the tea bag, or just like you guys saw in the intro, I will like kind of like boil it in the water. So that's how I make my tea. If you guys want me to go deeper into that, please do. But that's none of my business. Okay, so the next things I have on here is that last month's favorites. So hopefully this doesn't require me to get up, because definitely don't want to do that. The last month's favorites, I'm gonna go based off smells, because there's a lot of different things arising in the fall. I'm just gonna stick to smells. So my favorite smells have been Bath & Body Works. To me, there's just something so comforting about Bath & Body Works candles. Like there's Yankee candles, there's all these, there's like soy candles, like wax candles, glycerin candles, soap candles, you know, like there's all these different types of candles and you're like, eh. But I will always go back to Bath & Body Works candles. I think they are the best. They smell the best. They last the longest. They burn so nice and fragrantly. I really just love Bath & Body Works candles. I also love their wall plugins. That like ignites my room with such a beautiful smell that I really love. So that's probably my favorite thing of last month. So if you guys like this Tea Time with Tatum, where I tell nothing but the truth, please subscribe down below for every other Tuesdays where I post these videos. Basically just me talking to you about what I like. It's literally all it is. If you have any suggestions for tea times, please tell me in the description below, or DM me on Instagram. My Instagram will be right around here somewhere. And Twitter, my Twitter is somewhere around here. I don't even know anymore. If you have any tea suggestions for me, please tell me right away, because sometimes I do get bored of the tea that I drink because I drink it all the time. So tell me what teas you like and what teas you would like to tell me about. Please subscribe. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next time I see you. Bye!